I figured it out. I figured it out. They've been lying to us for so long, and I figured out the code. And before I begin, I gotta give credit when credit is due. My bro, stop playing with me, son. True. And this man right here unlocked something in me that I wasn't thinking before, and then I came across this shit, and now you guys have to see what I know now. Before I begin though, I want to state that this man said that Asians just got here. They're fairly new to the world, right? Now, when we think in our history, when did they try to tell us that Asians or outsiders came to the new world?
We had the land and they had the Bible. They sent the Christian missionaries over. They always send the missionaries first, even to this day, to pacify the people. You see? Religion, you see? They sent the Christian missionaries over. The Christian missionaries got us to trust them because they said they came in peace.
Okay. Now hear me out. When you hear this shit triggers you on the
Stick it in
lies
deeper.
that they tell us from history. Now, the whole Christopher Columbus story, when he comes in 1492, right? That's what they told us. Europeans wanted to find sea routes to the far east. Sea routes to the far east. Columbus wanted to find a new route to India, China, Japan, and the Spice Island. This is where I got that, because you're aware, Mr. Columbus, your real name Cristobal Colon, the colonizer. You're a European. You're in Europe. You're going where? Southeast? Far east? If you were here, and you're Christopher Columbus, and you said that you were looking for Japan and you were looking for water routes for trading in Asia, and you were heading southeast, and we all know that you know it's southeast because you guys are one of the top sailors in the world, how the hell you would land in this region, right? How the hell did you land in North America going far west across the Atlantic Ocean and get in America for trading routes for Japan and China and Asia, which is in the southeast? These are lying to us deliberately. Where you see, our map, like I've been saying before, is in reverse. And what's even funny, I'm about to show you an ancient map that depicts what our world really is and where we really are, Black America, in this world. And this is why Columbus accidentally landed in our neck of the woods, because he wasn't here. Or rather, we aren't here. You know where we are, Black America? Have you ever seen a map like this, baby? Do you guys even know what this is? Take a really good look at this map. Take a really good look. You see, for I had to use the help of the Most High within my consciousness in order to decipher this map, to even have this conversation with you guys. So you definitely gotta like, share, and subscribe this video. That's all I ask. But this is finna unlock your hidden potential simply through your frequencies of location. You see, for you guys aren't where they're telling you you are, and your map is reversed and flipped. Rashad Jamal talked about it, but I have the proof to explain it to you a little bit in depthly. You see, for this is an ancient map of what our world looks like. If you look over here, this is Africa. This is Africa to the west. Above Africa here is Europe. See where I'm going? Do apologize for the length of the video, but I have to do it this way. Now, if we look to the right of this map, to the east, to the southeast, that Columbus was headed to, he wouldn't have ran into the Atlantic. He would run into the Mare Indignum, if I'm saying that right, which is Latin for the Indian Ocean. India would be somewhere around here, which means if he missed India and went southeast and landed up somewhere on here on this map, that means America is in the Middle East. And Christopher Columbus just told on you guys that America is in the Middle East if he stumbled on it looking for Japan and China going southeast. And he bumps into America. Your maps are phony. Your maps are an agreed upon lie. So that way these structured lies of American history hinder your children from growing to their max potential. This is why the president was writing those letters to Morocco about trying to have a peace treaty around the time where I believe 1776, when we were supposed to be independent. If we're independent, why are you writing the Sultan of Morocco to stop his troops? We have to wake up to the reality that American history is European American lies that they give to the true indigenous people of America, which means that the Bible is about us. Which means that, yeah, Yahusha, they call him Jesus, he did walk in the Middle East of America, because America is the Middle East. We are in the middle. We are in the center. This is how they can get away with saying that Alaska and Russia are only 3 miles away from each other on the map, and they let you believe that we weren't over on the same side with them motherfuckers. And let me go back to the left side. You have to understand how this map is set up, where this is basically a flat map, because you can't go any more left to pop out on the side, because we know of the ice walls now. And this is not the only map that's showing Africa on the left side of the map. So if Europe is above Africa, they flipped our map to make it seem like, oh, we adopted the westernized of the world. We are the East. Black Americans have always been here. If you flip around the United States, if you flip it, instead of it being on the west, and you flip it, you're going to get maps like this that show Africa here and America on this side. And then you're going to come into an epiphany and realize we are the chosen people. Keep in mind, Rashad Jamal also said, and this is backed as well, the black nobility. You see, Christopher Columbus was black. He was sent by black people. So it's not a black and white thing, when in the shadows and in the past, these were black leaders who did this to their own people. Christopher Columbus was sent to pacify the people so that way they can give us their Bibles and take our land. And they had to knock off these people in order for them to acquire their land. And this is how Native Americans were killed in the millions. Now, you're then going to realize that it's not a color thing, because the Romans were dark skinned. You're then going to realize that American colonists are really just British rule Europeans who faked the American Revolution to get you to believe their history, to believe that your ancestors fought against them the whole time. They staged their history to make it seem like they had a separation from Europe, which means that these American colonists, that Europe still controls America. They're still the leaders of America. So us having a president doesn't mean shit when we never broke free. This is why there's no change in America, is because of this. The American colonies were the British colonies. So the British colonies established America. British breaking off from the British to create America is still the British who is running America. This is why we don't see real change in America. This is why your voting doesn't count in America. This is why they are all related in the president.
Now, the narratives presented by our fellow Black brothers challenges